the frizzies while they're sleeping. Dadfro keeps them all happy dreaming. Dadfro has the stories frizzies like he's working hard every day so they can sleep at night. Dadfro protects the frizzies while they're sleeping. Dadfro keeps them all happy dreaming. Dadfro has the stories frizzies like he's working hard every day so they can sleep at night. Hello my frizzies, Dadfro's got a little story for you. Once upon a time, right, there was this girl named Goldilox and the three little pigs. And Goldilox was walking through the woods, right?
It's Goldilocks and three bears.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. My bad. Thank you, Han. Thank you. It's not Goldilocks and the three little pigs. It's Goldilocks and the three bears, right? This story's got no pigs, no big bear wolf. So anyway, Goldilocks, right, is walking through the woods. And she's getting a little tired because she's been walking for a long time, right? And she kind of a little bit lost at the same time. So Goldilocks stumbles upon this house, right? She stumbles upon this little house. So she walks to the house and she knocks on the door. Knock, knock, right? Nobody answers. She knocks a little bit harder. Knock, knock, and the door pushes open. So she walks right in. Train. And what does she see when she walks in? She sees a big table, right? And on the table there's 3 spots all set up, ready to go. And there's 3 bowls on each of the 3 spots, right? So she walks over to the table because she's a little bit hungry, right? She's been walking a while. So she walks over to the first bowl. And there's a big old chair in front of the first bowl. She jumps up in the chair, right? She jumps in the chair. And she's like, this chair's kind of hard, right? She's like, never mind, I'm going to taste the porridge. So she tastes the porridge. Oh, she's like, it's a little too hot. So Goldilocks moves off that spot and she goes around to the medium chair. She jumps in the medium chair and she's like, oh, it's a little bit too soft for her, right? But she's like, all right, that's all right. It's no problem. She takes a little taste of that porridge. And that porridge is a little too cold. She's like, it's cold, right? So she jumps out of that spot and she goes to the little chair. She sits down in the little chair. She's like, oh, this is comfy. I like this, right? Train. Now, Goldilocks goes to take a taste of that porridge there. She takes a little taste of it. And she's like, oh, this is just right. So she eats up all the porridge. Eats the whole thing up, right? And if you don't know, by the way, porridge basically is oatmeal. That's right. She eats up all the porridge and now she's a little sleepy. You know, when you eat a lot, you get the food comas, right? And you get a little tired. You gotta go take a nap. So Goldilocks decides she's gonna go upstairs and investigate the rest of the house, right? See if there's a spot she might be able to lay down, take a little nap, right? So she goes upstairs. She sees 3 beds. She's like, oh, this is perfect. So she goes and jumps up onto the big bed and she's like, this bed too hard. I don't like it. So she moves to the medium bed. She jumps up in that bed and she's like, whoa. And she's like sucked into it. She's like, this bed too soft. I can't even get out of it, right? So she climbs up out that one. Now she goes to a little bed. She sits down in the little bed and she's like, oh, this one feels all right. So she lays her head down and she takes a little nap, right? Now, what Goldilocks doesn't realize is who lives in the house. Guess who lives in the house, my frizzies? 3 bears, right? So what happened earlier in the day, the 3 bears had made themselves some porridge. Then they decided that they wanted some fresh berries for the porridge. So what they do? They went out into the forest to get some fresh berries for the porridge. When they left, that was the time that Goldilocks had knocked upon the door and no one was home. Now, the three bears come home. They walk in the door, and the papa bear looks at his spot and immediately says, somebody's been eating my porridge. And mama bear says, oh my goodness, Papa Bear, I think somebody's been eating my porridge too. And baby bear looks at his porridge and goes, somebody been eating my porridge and they ate it all gone. So the three bears look at each other and they're like, don't understand what's going on, right? So they go upstairs to investigate a little bit. Papa Bear goes to his bed and goes, somebody's been sleeping in my bed. And Mama Bear says, hey, Papa Bear, I think somebody been sleeping in my bed too. And Baby Bear looks at his bed and goes, somebody been sleeping in my bed, Mama and Papa Bear, and there she is. And Goldilocks jumps up out of her sleep when she hears all the ruckus. And what does she see when she wakes up? Three bears staring at her. So guess what she does? Bounces up out the bed, jumps out the window, hits the ground, and hightails it out of there. That's what I would do if I woke up the three bears too. And that's Goldilocks and the three bears, my frizzies. Good night.